Hey, it's Oskar here from GoPrimate, and in this video we're gonna go through how to do pistol squats for mass. Pistol squats can definitely be used in a way of training mass on your legs, but there's a few things you really want to keep in mind. So in this video I'm gonna share with you 3 main tips that's going to make pistol squats more effective for building mass. Tip number 1 is going to be use a sufficient tempo for hypertrophy. So I would recommend a tempo of 4010 if you're able to. That's a pretty intense tempo, but let me explain to you what it means. Basically, it means that on the way down, you're going to come down on a count of 4. At the bottom, you're going to spend 0 seconds or 0 time. On the way up, you're going to come up on a count of 1 or around 1 second. And at the top, you're going to spend 0 seconds at the top. So basically, you're always going to be moving. And that's the main thing I want you to take in from this, is that always keep moving. And usually when I say always keep moving, people tend to understand that you need to go very, very fast, but that's not what it means. It simply means that you're always going to have movement going on with no pausing at the top or no pausing at the bottom, and the low eccentric phase will force you to really accumulate a lot of tension on the way down instead of simply just collapsing down and bouncing up with momentum. Tip number 2 is actually probably even more important in my opinion, which is to go just short of lockout. So you don't want to go all the way straight until your knee is locked. Instead, you want to leave a little bit of space for the lockout. So basically you're going to be performing your repetitions like normally, but you're going to go just short of lockout at the top. Now this way there's going to be full constant tension in your quads and in your legs the whole time. And this is going to be very important when it comes to hypertrophy training. So I will say again, you want to go just short of lockout. So do not lock your knees, instead go all the way up, but leave a little space until you go to a full lockout, and then immediately come down again. So this way there's going to be no resting for the quad specifically, and you're going to be having that insane amount of tension on your leg the whole time. And that's very key when it comes to building muscle, because again, a key factor for hypertrophy is actually constant tension. The next tip is slightly more advanced, but something you can later on incorporate, and that is to do 1 1/4 repetitions. So that means that you're going to be coming all the way down, come up 1/4, go down again and up again. So that's 1 repetition. So this is also going to increase the time under tension, which is again very key when it comes to hypertrophy, because we're going to pump up blood into those muscles. So this is one way to increase the time under tension, and therefore also increasing how much blood you're pumping in to the legs. This is a more advanced tip, but it's definitely going to reduce your repetitions by a lot, because again, there's no use of momentum here, or barely any use of momentum here, and it's going to be just a lot more difficult this way. So it's a more of an advanced tip, so I wouldn't recommend somebody, a complete beginner, will go ahead and perform 1 1/4 pistol squats. But something you can keep in mind if you feel like you're already, doing pretty high reps of pistol squats and need to make it a little bit harder without going ahead and adding some weight. So that's a very useful tool for building legs by doing pistol squats. And a bonus tip I want to throw in there with you is you can perform these supported. So you can either do them on a parallel dip bar, so you hold on to dip bars and perform your pistol squats this way, or you can do it by holding on to one gymnastic ring. Now this allows you to really use more of a mind-muscle connection and really put attention on the legs, because sometimes when doing pistol squats, you might be using other body postures, kind of trying to get momentum up. Now this is very useful, first of all, if you're lacking the mobility. First of all, this can help you a little bit with that, but also if you're lacking the strength to do normal bodyweight pistol squats, you can start off by doing this way. And you can still incorporate all the different tips I mentioned previously into a supported pistol squats as well. And of course, you can also combine all of these 3 things I said all in one, but usually just incorporating one of these things will be enough for a lot of people. But usually the first and the second one are the most important, I will say, for hypertrophy. And if you do this on a ring, you can very easily adjust the difficulty even more by taking 1 step forward and leaning back more. Now this way you're going to be having less resistance, which might be beneficial, like I mentioned, in terms of a mind-muscle connection. And that is all to share with you in this video, guys. Now if you find this video helpful, then please go ahead and leave this video a like, it's highly appreciated. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to optimize your bodyweight, ring and at-home fitness training. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.